Hey guys, welcome back to Holy Fitness. Today's verse I want to focus on is found in 1 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 12 through 13, which is really powerful. And it says this. It's talking about glorifying God in body and spirit. It says this, verse 12. Everything is permissible for me, but not everything is beneficial. Everything is permissible for me, but I will not be mastered by anything. So let's talk about this verse. So I wanted to touch on this particular scripture because this is a common way of thinking. Sometimes we think as believers or followers of Christ that we have this grace that has been given as a gift by Jesus Christ, which is true. But sometimes we think because we have so much grace, we can just live however we want. And sometimes we can be even lax or very lenient and abuse the freedoms that we do have. We think, well, we have all of this grace, so I'm just going to do whatever I want with my body. I'm going to continue just doing what I want to do. What's interesting is this was also a popular idea or thought back in the ancient times, in the days of the Corinthians. In fact, the Corinthians, if you read it, you'll find that they would actually use their freedom as an excuse to excuse their behavior and their licentious ways. The Corinthians were very ungodly, they were very immoral, and they were very depraved. And because of that, they were very apathetic in their faith. And this, as you can see, is a very dangerous way to live. And in the book of 1 Corinthians, Paul was actually addressing this flawed view. He was pointing out that there are some actions that are not sinful in themselves. They're also not appropriate if you're wanting to follow Jesus in his ways. And he was warning them because some of this behavior or these actions could begin to control their lives and lead them away from God. So an application for us to think about today is that many of us are not trying to purposefully be in direct rebellion to God, but in certain ways that we treat our bodies and how we live our lives and the freedoms that we do have may not be actually glorifying God in our body and in our spirit. So whether we're using our freedoms to oversleep or overeat, or maybe we're obsessed with the way we look and we are completely addicted to our physical bodies. Those are all things that we have to be careful about. Because being overly worried about our outward appearance will lead us away from God. So we need to search ourselves. We have one body, and so we shouldn't use these gifts, these bodies, these freedoms that we have been given to just live flippant, licentious lives, but rather, we should live set apart and holy and blameless lives like it talks about in Ephesians chapter 1. Okay, that's enough for the scripture for now. Let's get to the workout. Okay, next exercise, we're going to be feet shoulder width apart. You're going to bend over slightly with a neutral position in your back. You're not rounded and you're not sunk, but you're a neutral position in your back. We're slightly bent over. We're going to work our back by bending over and doing rows. This is called a bend over row. I want us to do these just like this and squeeze your back muscles together as you come up. Let's do 10, 10, 9, squeeze, good, 8, we're just working with one dumbbell, 7, 5, 4, squeeze, 3, good, 2, and 1. Good job, guys. Okay, our next exercise, we're simply going to take our dumbbell and we're going to do alternating lunges. You're going to take your dumbbell like this. You're going to step out. I want you to be very careful with the position of your knee. I want you to actually try as much as possible to do a 90-degree lunge, okay? I want you to be able to still see your toe, and you're simply going to lunge down and back up. Lunge down, back up. It's ideal if you can touch your other knee to the floor, but if you can't, that's okay. You can just go down as further as you can. You can just go down, back up, down, back up. 10, 9, 8, 7, good. 6, watch your positioning. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Now we're going to switch other side. The lunge position. You're going to be doing 90-degree angle here. And I want you to lunge down, back up. Making sure you can see your toes, just barely. You should be able to see your toes. You should be sitting back further enough to see your toes, just like this. 5, 4, 3, 2, are you feeling that yet? 1, good job. Now, of course, if you don't have a dumbbell, you can always do lunges without any dumbbells at all. This is how you would do it without. Just 10 on each side. If you'd like to bump it up to 20, feel free. And our last exercise is going to be thrusters. Take your dumbbell. Shoulder width position. And what I want you to do is I want you to get in the squat position. I want you to thrust up. Squat position. Thrust up. You're working overall body, your quads, your glutes, your shoulders. Keeping that core in tight. 10, 9, good job. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, squat deep, 2, and 1. Everybody, that's your 3 exercises today under 15 minutes. And don't forget our scripture of the day. 1 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 12 through 13, it says, everything is permissible for me, but not everything is beneficial. Everything is permissible for me, but I will not be mastered by everything. Okay, guys, I will see you next time on Holy Fitness.